coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now look at him go. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground is usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Washington, his first carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. Bullock good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now a play fake. Bortles. He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
OP. Get down.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
This one caught left side by Cooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now, they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. First down, the run with Lynch. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
808. White. Get set. Blue 80. White, we're good. 29.
To throw is Carr. Buying time to his left. And that one drops It's incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Bortles leads the Jags up first and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, it's Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And they'll run it here. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On the ground with a tight end. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Fournette, a first down carry. Bulldozes past him. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Throwing now is Bortles. He's going to fire one deeper, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out come the Raiders, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down.
And he lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Let's give plenty of credit to the defense there. They stopped him on second and short. But if you're the offense, why would you change what you're doing? You've got a whole nother down to pick it up, and maybe even a fourth if you so choose.
Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
They do go for it. It's Carr. And he finds Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Lynch running the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Intended that time for Cooper. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Bortles. Shark's got it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Bortles to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now they'll run it on the toss. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And his kick is indeed good. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Carr now on first down. And Cook has it left side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
29.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On second down, here's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Bortles going up top. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Down. 180. 93.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Go, go. Get set, get set. Get set, get set. Get up.
Throwing again. Carr. They shakes him off. Flush to his right. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it right side to Cooper. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
29. 29.
From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They run a draw here on second down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Bortles. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Bortles on the bootleg. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now after the INT, it's Carr being chased out left. Lets it go for Nelson. And this will be caught at the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Down, blue 80. 637.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw, it's Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Miles Jack in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
29.
From midfield, here's Carr going for the deep ball. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now a play fake. Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Take Carradine in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it. I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
Hey, 734. White. Watch screen.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. The pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returnable here from the 38. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Raiders. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Martavis Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. To throw is Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Time for a break. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Leveling it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Go Chief. Monday, down.
Carr gives to Marshawn. And some room to run now. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run again with Lynch. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, Raider 2. Down. 280. 808. Go Chief.
On 2nd down, Washington. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
36-37.
Back to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams